Are you my bros or my foes? Because today you're my host. And today we are taking another jump into Doki Doki Literature Club. We got a day done yesterday. I think that's how the episodes are going to go. Just practically go day by day by day. But yeah. So we've got a lot done yesterday and it was very interesting. I haven't seen where the horror comes in yet, but... Hell yeah, boys. Okay, we're in. But I haven't seen where the psychological horror comes in, but I am looking forward to it. And once again, disclaimer, do not watch this video or have caution if you are sensitive to topics like depression, self-harm, suicide, things like that. So please be aware that there are some of those themes in this video. And yeah, let's just hop. You know what? I'm making a new saying. Let's freak right into it. Hi again, Morton. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. Whoop-de-doo! I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Morton. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Siri told me you didn't even want to join clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Netsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room. Oh, damn! Shots fired, Monica! My boy, dab me up. Bah! Netsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! I don't know what the fuck that voice was. Shut up. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back down into her seat. Don't worry, guys. Morton always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. Surely everything I should be doing, I just pawn it off on him. Slay girlies. Slay the day. How dependable. Siri, that's because your room is so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once, but it's in the past, you know? Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I wish I was you. Oh, I don't even have to make up my own lines because I'm saying it already. I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Warren can become good friends too. Sayori. She's much too cute for me. And I don't think we would click right. Yes, I agree. He's much too handsome and Want to go out? No, my fault. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh! Yuri even brought you something today, you know? What? Wait, Sayori. Me? Not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal, really, when it's not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue this situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Exactly, Morton. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I wouldn't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention. It should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. I can't read either, that's why my English is so bad. And we could, you know, touch tips. I mean, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sarah and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's running around in the closet. Ugh! I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts her stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things you can't really admit you're really into until you figure out where the other person stands. How did you know, anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean, dog? I see. We know what's written on your face? I'm a fat bitch! Ah! Ah! There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books in one side of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set with one book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. Infuriating, irritating, infuriating. I'm making a new word. Slat. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I've never heard of in my life. That probably is either way out of my demographic or it's simply just awful. Like Fruits Basket. No. Nah, Fruits Basket's show. I actually never watched it. What? I've got a Louis. Okay. We're all good now. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. On that door. Hey, I wasn't judging or anything. I didn't even say anything. It was the tone of your voice. But I'll tell you one thing, Morton. Consider this a lesson straight from the literature club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm going to show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire, striking animated feminine poses. Those are my animated feminine poses. Also, coincidence? 4 girls in Parfait Girls, 4 girls in the literature club? I think not! It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Oh, Natsuki grabs my arm and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsills. She pats on the ground next to her, signaling for me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable, you psycho? Why the fuck are we sitting on the ground? On the dirty-ass schoolroom ground where kids have been, like, shitting and pissing the whole day. It's all good. I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it is easier to be closer together like this. Yeah, don't just say that. You'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I could say it's a particularly bad thing. I opened the book. I can hardly stop my pounding chest heart. God, biggest creeper that ever creeps, dog. Biggest creeper. The creeper bit is gonna die. I'm gonna go back to my acting. It's only a few seconds where Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming the additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to start reading than I am. Wow, how long has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? I have that problem with normal books so much. Like, I think I've read Percy Jackson about 9 times now, the full way through each 15 books. The first 5 of Percy Jackson himself, the next 5 of the Heroes of Olympus, and the next 5... Well, actually, I don't read the last 5 that often. But the first 2 series, I read so fucking often. Same thing with I Am Number 4, Michael Vey, and... what else? I think those 3 are really it. I read those 3. I've read those 3, I think, about 12 times now. Anyway, not really. Maybe sometimes after I've already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. Kind of grew out of these since it's rare for writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. You know, like, Eurocamp. I can't watch Eurocamp, bro. I just, like, there's nothing fucking happening. I mean, it's cute girls doing cute things. Like, I get it, because I'm a romance guy. Like, I really like the what do you call it? The rom-coms. I'm a sucker for them. But, like, slice of life, I really can't do. It's just, like, cute girls doing cute things. It's like, okay. I really don't care. I really don't care. So, what should I expect from this? Is there going to be a plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. A lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where it's such a guy at an ice cream shop, but that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Like, when they get into all their backstories and some of the romances happen, that's what makes it so good. There's so many touching parts. Is that so? Sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you, dog. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Oh, Natsuki gives me a little shove. I just meant I haven't seen you at your full power. His power level, it's over 9,000! Okay. That was a terrible meme joke. Shut up. Good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in the manga called Parfait Girls? Fucking idiot. Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't, I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coinky dink. I just happened to get into baking around the same time I got this manga. Like, I would ever get into anything because it's in a manga. Of course I would never do that. Like, cool-ass swords. I would never get into those. They're in manga. I'd feel bad for anything about impressionable. Definitely not a coinky dink. I guess it explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick out of manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention, she's really good at it, so who am I to judge? Especially if it gets me more cupcakes. She can be good at whatever the hell she wants to be. Okay, that is a different camera angle. Yeah, you really look, pink. There's lots of pink going on right now. We read on the floor, or read on for a few more minutes. I finished a couple chapters at this point. Are you sure this isn't boring for you? It's not. I mean, I'm kind of like a fucking brick, and I read at like 20 words a minute. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, yeah, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? You don't? You don't? Take it off. Take off your skin. Okay. That's not... I don't really have a lot of friends. That's why I'm so bitter towards everyone. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you ever share manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. Like, I could never get my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. Can't even bring it up without them being all like, eh, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch them in their stupid faces. Their stupid bitch whore faces. Dumb fucks. Ugh, I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes us a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I kind of gravitated toward the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. That's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica's kind of a jerk about it. Okay, I just can't win, can I? Well, paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, something that solves any of my problems. It's not like you're cool or awesome or you're like my one true love or anything. Like, I totally hate you and kill yourself, you dumb fat whore. Thanks, Natsuki. Means a lot. I don't know why I tried to end an insult in you dumb fat. I suppose that works. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So... Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts her finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel good or bad for her. She's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... Oh... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. It's spoilers. You have to read her for at least 2 weeks before I can divulge spoilers. Hey, it's surprising how many people don't know about that rule. Like, for new movies, it's the 2-week rule. If you haven't watched it after 2 weeks, I'm sorry to say, dog, you're getting spoiled on it. Like, that's just how the rules work. I don't make them. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can get why. It's hard to express the words the feeling when you get connected. Jesus. It's hard to express in words the feeling that you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom is it a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little myself. Okay, everyone. Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, come on! Could your time be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there. Natsuki suddenly noticed how close she's gotten to me. She hastily sides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. Close the book and hand it to Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but, I mean, Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Is that really alright? I mean, it's your book. I saw that mostly because I didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Never mind, my thought process was being kind. Your thought process is being selfish. My fault, Morton. I got off topic. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll murder you. Ah! Okay. By tomorrow? I only got partway through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. Okay, no you will not. Manga, if you do nothing after school, you don't have a job, you don't do fucking anything, And you try to read a manga. Manga is the shortest fucking thing you will ever read in your life. For being how expensive it is, it's a bullshit price. Like, manga takes me at least, like, 30 minutes to read. Like, 30 minutes to read, like, 200 pages. And it's all, like, 17 bucks. It's like, what the fuck, dude? You do not need to be charging this much for this. But, anyway. My thoughts. If I try to get into something like this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? No, what's Natsuki gonna do? Oh, I don't trust that. I don't trust that. What the fuck's Natsuki up to? What is she up to? Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing, dude. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find something to share with? I can't wait! Sarah and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Stories on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf, torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see her pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Huh. Ooh, different music. Who should I show my poem to first? The music's been great so far. I've liked the music. We gotta go Sayori, dog. Gotta go. Let's just go down the list, right? I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend, after all. This is a good poem, Morton. Are you sure it's your first time? Of course. When the fuck have I ever wanted to write a poem besides this, Sayori? Dog, you know me. Come on now. It's not that good. Like, am I the kind of guy to be writing poems in despair? I keep fucking predicting it, man! I'm just a genius at fucking writing, I guess. I guess you're right. But that's why it impressed me. Well, to be honest, I was afraid that you wouldn't do it seriously. Or that you wouldn't write one at all. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course, madame, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Morton. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people? That's something that only really good people do! Thanks, Sayori. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy in my bowels. I'm not sure if Sayori feels the full picture of my motive here. And how selfish I am. And I forgot myself that I was only going for the girls. Because I'm a selfish dick. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. What a nice boat. Do you want it back? Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right? You'll read it too, right? You'll read it, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow... Click outside the poem. Okay, gotcha. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed. Making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Rub the sleepy. What a great saying. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. But it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Well, just a little bit, man. Shut up. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Jeez, don't get on me. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Yeah. Sure you did, pal. Shoulder pat. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? Sounds exactly like you. Especially the part about you wanting breakfast and rubbing the sleepy. We all need to rub the sleepy sometimes. Yeah, especially that last line. Okay. I am the genius of fucking Doki Doki, bro. I just keep predicting this shit. I made eggs and toast. Even though you're late to school, it's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. I thought that read edging. If I'm 100% honest, I thought there's no point in edging. And I'm like, what the fuck are we talking about here? There's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showering? Showing! God, I can't read. Thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. If I totally don't pick Monica, whose name isn't like anyone else's in this story, because they all end with an E, like Japanese names. Hers is just completely fucking off, and she stands staring towards you and looking at you the whole time. But Monica's just the best. Like, she's the #1 girl. You should choose her, of course. And yet she's not even a character you can choose when you write poems, which totally isn't suspicious and adds to her growing suspicion I have for her. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Fuck that weird bitch talking about, dude. Why would I look forward to a poem? Who should I show my poem to next? Well, since we were talking about... No, I'll just go down the list. Go down the list, eh? Okay, well, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Yeah, then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this and I could have been doing other things. Yeah. In fact, remember I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poems if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha, well, it's not that great, but let me show what real literature looks like. Oh, yeah. It's just so good when you're this just natural at writing poems. Is this Aura? Is that Aura? That was Aura. And you went and ruined it. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in your throat. Man, you just don't understand, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. Can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. That's about it. Is that a Tears or Rima? Climb, leap, race, seek, run, fly, Nope. That was like a sonnet, but with less stanzas. Because the last two kind of rhymes. Anyway. Yeah. I told you you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people need to take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly! I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into wordplay. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect this from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is. That's nope, that's not a good sentence to be saying. But if Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Who should I show my poem to next? Well, let's go Yuri. You, girl. How are ya? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time to her to finish reading. I slammed 20 words together, random words together on a page, and you're telling me you don't fucking like it? What do you say? I slammed fucking poof, doki, indulgent or some shit on a page, and you're telling me this doesn't make any sense to you? It's clear you just don't understand real literature. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine, don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that might happen after reading through it. So it's that bad. No! Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I've kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style that separates from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. Your end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thoughts, except for her demeanor tonally changes. Her stammer is completely gone and she sounds like an expert. Of course, it's something to be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing the simplest poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes to practice and learning by example, and trying new things. I also hope that everyone in the club can give you valuable feedback. And that's going to be a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well... Never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not Natsuki. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or it's Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminates beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air, of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That was sick, you. I'm sorry, I should have such terrible handwriting. Dog, that was fucking the best handwriting I've seen today. The fuck you talking about? Well, what? I wasn't thinking that at all. That was the last thing on my mind. But it took you a long time to read. That's because I'm a fucking brick, dude. Don't take my brickness as your your stupidity. Or your lack of talent. Because that handwriting was peep. Well, just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's the relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Because you know what they say? Bigger is better. I mean, longer poems make the people happy. Not at all. I'm really glad you like it. Grad? I don't know what the fuck I turned into the guys from the end of the Christmas Story right there. What the fuck's happening? I'll be honest. Since our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Because you seem like you're inside of a shell. And there's a good series about ghosts and shells. And I'm not one to recommend it. But if you're there, you know. Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Morton. Really? Must have been totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. I love flickering back to random lights that I find on the street. That's totally not an innuendo. They usually do something more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in our last place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn when you put it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right, dog. I'm be real. I'm gonna stop writing after this fucking club. I ain't writing shit. I'm counting on you. Thanks, you. Monica! Mrs. Squid! Monica! I don't know what Mon means in Japanese, so I know what Ika means. Hi, Morton. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities, or things you can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. Much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing. Oh, it's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Morton. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? When it's that sort of barrier, we're all going to get past soon. That's true, Monica. I hand Monica my poem. I like it, Morton. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No! It kind of makes me feel something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Honestly, The Giving Tree, the Pathway That Never Ends or something? The Sidewalk, the upending side. I don't fucking know. Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like you're writing for kids, but if you think about them, they can really express views of the world that it would apply to anybody. I'd see. So you're saying that Natsuki's kind of like that? Sorta. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably wouldn't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it'd be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot, though. It could take a while for it to feel comfortable doing any one style. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. It's the best way to find out the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a bit biased towards their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Besides me. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see, says the blind man. Well, let's read it then. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. Seeing the direction of speckle protrudes, a noisy neighbor, an angry boyfriend? All I know, I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I'm real, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late, my retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright, it was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. I'm blind. My retina is scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. Little hole, not too bright. Is she looking through either... She's A, looking into space, or B, she's looking through a camera. And I don't know if it's my camera, or if she's like a photography girl, and she likes cameras. Like, she goes out and take pictures of shit with her, like, with her boyfriend. Based on how I don't trust her already, I'm gonna guess that's my camera that she's talking about. And he, on the other side, was looking in. I mean, I don't think they would write that if you're a girl, though. Like, I'm trying to think of this game from, like, every standpoint, because I'm trying to find the psychological horror point. Like, they wouldn't say "and he" if you were a female player, right? So maybe she is a photography girl, I'm looking too... Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm looking too much into it. I really don't like how she stares directly at me after the poem. That's fucking unnerving as hell. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it, Monica. Please don't hurt me. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. That kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some sort of epiphany recently. I've been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that because it's kind of coming on kind of strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is, if you keep your pen in the same spot for more than too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Thank you, PSA Monica. Phew. Guess that's everyone. Glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. Since everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. Guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sarah and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yu and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Because I went first, before everyone else, because I'm the best and most important person in the world. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem at the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clear about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but I don't really think it came out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would ask someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sari liked it, and Morton did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. For suggesting other people's works, like for suggesting what they could improve on, I think you should do it from people that hate it. Unbiasedly, from people that hate it. Because your friends are just going to gas you up. Or people that like it are just going to gas you up. You need to find people that point out what you did wrong so you can learn to better improve yourself, right? I think Yuri's in the right here. She did sound kind of stuck up, though, when she said, it was good, though I have a couple of suggestions on how you could improve in the future, or something like that. That also kind of sounds like pessimistic, but that's also Natsuki, because Natsuki's kind of a bitch. I mean, I would take that as like, oh, she's trying to help me improve. Me personally. Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. Okay, they're both like that then. They both don't want to take criticism from other people. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Morton liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh, music went off. I don't trust this. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Morton appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was that full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Oh! Shots fired! Oh, are we in a fucking war zone? Damn, get your head down, get a helmet on. Shots been fucking fired, dog. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Morton started showing up. The fuck we looking at here, Natsuki? I didn't even notice that. The fuck you looking at here, dog? Natsuki. Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve... Wait. This doesn't involve you! That was my combination of both of them. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly both girls turned toward me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Morton, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force him to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Morton. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Morton? Well? How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing. But whoever I agree with will probably think more highly of me. So of course that's gonna be not, I agree with neither fucking one of you. Sayori, help me out. Natsuki glances at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori! Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable, of course. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Martin? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair to others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. I would never say jerk normally. I mean bitch, but, you know, I can't say that. She would never. It's your immaturity that's made up her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Damn, okay. She just went off, man. Oh, damn, okay. Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute, there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they've always been. Big and beautiful. Oh, jeez. Sayori. Sayori stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whisper to Monica. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing for me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess it just means Sarah is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Nah, Monica, what the fuck are you doing, bro? That's a weird line. That's a weird fucking line. That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person really does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. If only I could talk to Monica and hope Sayori doesn't hurt herself. If only I could talk to Monica. Oh my gosh, it'd be so great. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How'd you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Morton, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you'll learn something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes, which, any luck, it means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with a newfound determination. Morton! Ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. Can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that thing kind of happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just want your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Martin, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone else is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you, too. That's... every day is going to be so much fun. Hey. Looks like Sayori still isn't caught on the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Well, I'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Poem time! That was a good day. I can see a little bit more of the inner workings come out in Monica. And I could see more of the, more of Monica being a little bit suspicious, but yeah, other than that. Whirlwind, fickle, special, candy, sensation. Milk, jumpy, blanket, crimson, party. Blanket! I love bankies. I got one around me right now. Happiness, cute, sticky, anger, papa, judgment, amazing ribbon. Love. Daydream, bubbles, kitty, insight, uncanny, email! Hell yeah. Explode, anime! Anxiety, peace, existence, climax. Kinda wanna click climax. Okay. Yuri likes to climax, apparently. Giggle, spinning, shame, dance, depression, broken, twirl, laugh. Ooh, I like broken. I like broken. Why are you broken, Sayori? I thought that would be Yuri. Okay, games! Shopping, heart, clouds, holiday, imagination, unrequited again. It's fucking great word. Time, vivid, wrath. Ooh, vivacious. Yes. Massacre, treasure, pen, friends, family, graveyard. Family. You know what, friends? Eternity, together, fireflies, child. You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies. Sing, fireworks, waterfall, poof. Nightgown, comfort, fantasy, feather, pat, hop, silly, sweet. Nightgown. Why are you nightgown? Frightening, scars, inferno! Determination, heaven sent. What a fucking word. Unending, covet, vibrant. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbor's wife. Memory, skirt, electricity. Okay. Kawaii. Tenacious, precious, prayer, adventure, uncontrollable, bouncy, excitement, cage. Cage. Hell yeah. Okay. And with that, fellas, I think that's going to do another episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. And I think it's safe to say at the end of this, you were all my hoes. This is getting interesting. I can see the cracks start to show a little bit in Monica. I can see the cracks start to show. Like, look at her on the title screen. She's, like, literally forward, a little bit pixelated, while everyone in the back is perfectly rendered. But Monica's, like, a little bit in the front, a little bit blurry. I don't trust it, man. I don't trust it. But the cracks are definitely showing. We'll just have to keep going and see where it takes us. But I'm having fun with this so far. I hope you guys are, too. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And I hope you have a good day or night. Right now, time to see y'all watch this. Like, comment, do not have to say anything. You already know what to do. And without further ado, I will see y'all in the next episode. Johnny!